Yee! All right, so much for the music. I know, guys, it's getting harder and harder the later we get into this thing here. It's hard. It's harder and harder as far as when it comes to talking about our Cowboys. But we're here because we are fanatics of our Cowboys, and this is what we do. So, welcome to the Cowboy Huddle podcast, where we come together in a huddle and we talk Cowboy talk. So, thank you for being a part of the podcast. And that's right. I gotta do it. Let's get ready to huddle. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, how's everybody doing today? Here we are on a Wednesday night. We're coming to you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo news that you can use. And yeah, we got stuff to talk about. We got plenty to talk about. We got to catch up. Oh man. Why is this just seems like Groundhog Day? Y'all remember the movie Groundhog? This seems like Groundhog Day. Oh my gosh. So, but before I get started, you know what I gotta do. I gotta get in here and I gotta give thanks to a lot of people, man, because without the folks that's on here, this is absolutely not possible. Moderator, could you remove that? Let's get ready to huddle, please, so I can see what's going on here. Hello. There we go. So we want to say thank you to the Cowboys on Net, Cowboy Fan 365. We them boys, 520 boys. Queen of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboys Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, Hard Hitters Lifestyle, One Star One Family, Can Fan, and everybody else that's out here that has been supporting this channel, this station or channel, whatever you call it, this YouTube channel, things like that. But we just want to say thank you for your support. Give it up. This is a Cowboy hat. I want y'all to know I'm not just going, I'm not. Yeah, this is a cat. You can't see the star, but it's a star on there. But I am wearing my Predator shirt because that's what we need. We need some Predators on this team. Give it up. Maybe start with our coaches. Probably start with our coaches. I don't know. All right. Lord Nova in the house. Let's give it up for Lord Nova. What's up? Lord, no, we got to talk about it today, brother. We got to talk about it today. It's here we are. The Super Bowl stage has been set, and we're not included. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm tired. I am so tired of the same old thing. I'm just tired. I don't know. It's just, how is it that the 49ers can seem to find their way back to, and they might lose. They might lose the Super Bowl, but it always seems that they are able to find themselves back in the Super Bowl. How is that possible? I just don't know. How is that possible? But yeah, it's set up. It's set up. The stage is set. Kansas City versus the San Francisco 49ers. Detroit had one job to do. Detroit, you had one job to do. Now, I did a video back a few weeks ago talking about Dan Campbell. Yeah, I know. See, Lord Nova, you are a Cowboy fan. I refuse to pull for the 49ers. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. My brother is a big 49er fan, and I'm going to say this right here on YouTube. Yeah, right here on the YouTube station today. He called me in the first quarter and said himself that, man, we're already behind. Man, we're not a good team to play from behind. Man, it's over. Oh yeah, my brother called me in the first quarter. And he's the type of guy that calls me every time when we're losing. Hey man, you all right? Man, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. But when we're winning, don't hear from him. So yeah, I had to put that out there. Yeah, he called me in the first quarter. Yeah, that's right, Bleed. That's silver and blue. You better believe it. Give it up. Somebody else how to win in the playoffs. Win in the playoffs. Unlike not only last year they only got one game further than us, but again, the Lions gave them the game. Yeah, Lord Nova, let me tell you. Let's talk about it. I like I said, I did a video about Dan Campbell, and me and a buddy of mine, we call him a meathead because that's exactly what he is. He's a meathead. Okay, he gets in his own way. That's exactly what me and my buddy Brandon was talking about. He gets in his own way. When he played us, he had 3 tries to go into overtime, but what did he do? I'm gonna show them. Well, he decided to do it again against the 49ers. We're going to show them. We're going to go for it on 4th and 3. And I can truly say, man, before that attempt that they made, man, the Detroit Lions was actually giving them the business. What? Yeah, they were giving the 49ers the business. Let me ask y'all this. Did you see Detroit's linebackers? Each one of those linebackers was like 240 plus. And this is in the first half. So Dan Campbell and the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, they had the Lions in a great position to where they had these guys beat down. What's up, Pete? What's going on? Which give it up for Pete, guys. And knowing who, and we're going to get into our Cowboy talk, but this, anyway, yeah. But I had to talk about Dan Campbell and his aggressive style of play calling, his WWE aggressive style of play calling, arm wrestling guy, the arm wrestling guy. They also ran the ball, I believe, 21 times for like 150 plus, only ran it 6 times in the second. Yeah. Well, the 4th and 3, you know what? I'm going to say this, Pete. I really think the 4th and 3 missed opportunity changed the momentum. Because what happened? They got the ball. They scored. Detroit got the ball back. And what do? They fumbled. Now, if they would have went for the field goal, it would have been 27-14 instead of 24-14. Sure enough, they was 10 points down and came back. And let me ask you guys this. How is it 49ers found themselves in an uphill climb and they were able to fight back and pull the win off, unlike our Cowboys? What happened? How were they able to make adjustments to come back from a 10-point deficit and actually win the game when you would think that we could do something like that, and didn't seem like that was the case? But yeah, congratulations. Hey, there go Teflon in the house. Give it up for Teflon. Bro, we're trying to get this together, man. The stage is set for the 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs to play in the Super Bowl. This is a great opportunity. This was a great opportunity for us as the Cowboy fans and a Cowboy organization to be in Vegas on the 11th of February, but that's not the case. But what we're talking about is the Detroit and 49ers game and how Dan Campbell blew it. He blew it for them. So we know. So again, I'm not a sore loser. I'm going to say congratulations to the 49ers, but I would not be pulling for you in the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. With that being said, so yeah, as you can see, we're talking about Mr. Irrelevant. So there is an analyst that is saying that basically this guy's going to Mr. Irrelevant might get paid. He says in less than 2 calendar years, quarterback Brock Purdy has gone from Mr. Irrelevant to one of the starting quarterbacks in the upcoming Super Bowls. You got to be kidding me, guys. It was reported he was the last player chosen. Let me say that again, guys. I'm really getting pissed off. He was the last player chosen in 2022 in the NFL draft day by San Francisco 49ers, and ever since taking over the starting spot in week 13 of 2022, he has become one of the best Cinderella stories in sports history. Give it up for Brock Purdy. And it's also saying that now he have the opportunity to earn the Vince Lombardi Trophy against Patrick Mahomes and the defending world champions Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl 58. So Emmanuel Acho basically said this guy's going to get paid. He feels that he's going to get paid. So let's listen to what Acho had to say. He had something to say, and it makes sense. Let's check this out, what he had to say.
Don't you think he's getting paid regardless? I believe Brock Purdy has already earned $200 million. 2 years as a starter, 25 years old. He's gone to the NFC Championship game twice in the MVP conversation, 36 touchdowns, I believe, and 11 interceptions. He's led his team to the Super Bowl. So if you all do believe that Purdy is getting paid, I fervently believe, like Jalen Hurts, he's getting paid regardless because Jalen did not win, but Jalen got there. I think at 25 years of age, 2 NFC Championship games, I think he's paid regardless. Don't.
Dude, this guy was the last pick in the draft, and he's going to the Super Bowl. What Teflon? Teflon, what did you say there, Teflon? Okay, I think we already, yeah, come on. Let's go. Let's pull it up. Teflon said that's because Purdy was drafted by a team with a better culture, front office, and probably coaching staff than ours. I'm just confused, guys. You know, we've been trying this for the last 8 years with our quarterback, and here we are. We're trying again. God Almighty, man, this is crazy, Pete. This is crazy. So, Mr. Irrelevant has become the Cinderella story in the NFL. And he's only been there, 4 years? So I don't want to hear about it takes time for a quarterback to reach the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that ever again. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear that. Well, how long did it take Peyton Manning? How long did it take? Okay, again. But it only took Mr. Irrelevant, 4 seasons? And here we are, man. We're back at home. Oh, Lord Nova, what you say, Lord Nova? Lord Nova said, what do you think about Jerry going all in, man? What does that mean? What does that mean when Jerry Jones said he's going all in? Well, let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about what all in could mean because I'm curious as well. So with that being said, Jerry had something to say. And it was really, what is this he's on? I think this was reported by Cowboy Mavin on Fan Nation. He said, overwhelmingly, I thought the best decision was to keep the continuity that Mike brings, Jones said. When I look at the job he's done over the last 4 years, I can point to some real positive, not the least of which are his 12-win season. Jones added that he endorses how Mike McCarthy has guided Prescott, an NFL MVP finalist, to improvement. Adding that he believes there is still more to get out of their franchise quarterback as he enters his 9th season. The thing I would emphasize more than anything is Dak has room for improvement, Jones said. Wow. So anyway, so let's look at some of this salary cap hell that we're up against. Because right now, I'm gonna tell you something right now, guys. Dak has total control of the Dallas Cowboys organization. That's what I said. Dak has total control of the Dallas Cowboys organization. And that's why I titled this Extend or Not to Extend. That's the question. Because right now, man, if you allow him to play this season under this last year contract, we owe him $59.9 million. And you have to remember he has no trade clause. You got to remember he has a no franchise tag. And Dak can do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to be traded, he'll have to tell Jerry, I want to be traded. Oh my gosh. So here's a roster move that can beat the salary cap hell. One, a Dak extension could reduce his cap number from $59 million by $20 million. A Lamb extension can reduce his cap number from $18 million by $10 million. So what this is saying is, in order for us to bring more players into this organization, we're definitely going to have to probably extend Dak. What y'all think? Lord Nova say what? What will Lord Nova say? The pie is a lie. Well, that's what's going to have to happen, man. Teflon, what did it say? Teflon said that means we're going to sign more cheap. Dude, cheap is not always good. You know, at my job, we always say skilled laborers are not cheap and cheap laborers are not skilled. So take it how you want, but yeah, that's basically what you're gonna do when you going after cheap free agents. A bunch of guys probably been busted up knees, shoulders, backs, and things like that. But right now, Dak controls the organization, guys. Dak controls the organization. Can't nobody. Stephen Jones, get out my face. Jerry Jones, get out my face. Will McClay, get out my face. Nobody can tell Dak anything because Dak has total control. Now, here's the question. Do we extend Dak for another 4 years? Because what we're talking about is Jerry said he's going all in. All in can only mean that we're going to extend him. I hope Dak asks to be traded, maybe heat from the fans and his teammates. Jeez. Wow. Okay, Felicia. She says she hopes they can trade. He get traded. Now, let's talk about that trade. Okay, Lord Nova. I'll go back. Let's see what if they bring in Chris Jones or another caliber player, then I believe. Well, that's how you're gonna go all in. That's one way you're gonna have to go all in is basically by extending Dak. Another option, you can trade him. But my question is, who's going to take on Dak Prescott's contract? If you extend him, you better go all in on that first wave of free agents and don't wait around. Yeah, I agree, Pete. So with that being said, Derrick Henry is still out there. I mean, do we go get Derrick? I mean, Derrick got a lot of miles on him. I mean, does he help this organization, or do we get a running back? Do we get a running back in the draft? Yeah, Teflon, I agree too. I agree with him as well. Atlanta will take his contract in a heartbeat. So, Lord Nova, you saying that Atlanta will take on a $59 million contract when they can actually get they have a first round draft pick and they can get a rookie quarterback for about $5 million. Same thing with the Patriots. Same thing with who else is out there? Denver. I mean, would you give me Dak and his 59 million? Well, probably not the whole 59. I'd say they'll take about 37 million of his contract. And here we're gonna give y'all our first round draft, our first round pick. I don't know about that. I wouldn't do it, but I know I can. And there's gonna be several quarterbacks in this draft. Now, again, that's one option. You can extend them, or you can basically try to trade him. Lord knows they can extend Dak, and he's an all-pro too in his prime. So instead of 9 years, we'll have him for about 12 years. Now Lumpkin's in the house. Give it up for Niles. What's up, Niles? Yeah, Jerry needs to get. Well, that's what I think going all in is all about. But you guys got to remember now, Jerry did say that we go as far as Dak takes us. We did pretty good in regular season, but again, we hit the old bump in the road. Pete says all in would have been making something happen before the trade deadline. Yeah, in the middle of the season, like the other top teams do. Do you know before the trade deadline and you need help? Yeah. Well, we missed that. But see, this is what Jerry said. Jerry said, what are you saying? I wouldn't got y'all Stephon Gilmore. I wouldn't got y'all Brandon Cook. What are we talking about? No, we done made our moves, in which they did make their move. But the question is, guys, who's actually running? There go my guy, WWE guy, Ivan Sosa. Give it up. And he said he will trade Dak. Now, I don't know if we can trade Dak for a first-round draft pick. I don't think. Now, you might can get something. There's somebody that has maybe a second or third-round draft pick. I just don't know if anybody in the first round will give up their first-round pick to take on Dak's salary. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. But the question was asked, what does it mean when Jerry said he's going all in? To me, I think that's more of drafting what's needed: an offensive tackle, linebackers, and running backs. Now, can you get them all through the draft? Well, you probably can get you a good offensive tackle in the first round, and then backdoor that with a running back. And I'm gonna tell you, So, Lord knows that I wanted Gilly in 2019 when he was young and available. Yeah. And we're going to talk about Gilly here in a little bit. We're going to talk about him. But, this is what I'm thinking that going all in is about. Number one, we got to extend Dak. So instead of having Dak for 9 years, we're going to have about 12 years. Are y'all ready for 12 years? Let me just remind you guys of something also. The last time we went to the Super Bowl, and nothing is taken away from Dak, but the last time we made it to the Super Bowl, we drafted a first-round draft pick quarterback. We drafted Troy Aikman. That was the last time. And ever since that has passed, since 95, every quarterback we have brought in here has been a backup, undrafted, a pickup or something. When are we going to get? So again, here we go. And I'm just talking about Dak, man. I can talk about Dak. You guys can talk about whoever you want to. Again, it's just my opinion, okay? Don't unsubscribe because of what I say in my opinion about my Dallas Cowboys. Because like I say, we can talk about it. Anybody outside, it might be a fight. But so what that means, if we extend Dak is going to be one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. And we haven't got out of the first round in 3 seasons. Bring up some of those comments, moderator. Let's see what we got. Hell to the no. Hell no to hell. I know it. Teflon, if we can get for Dak is a second or third round pick is probably best. You extend him because a second and third, yeah. Again, but at this point, I don't even know. But whatever the guy is, I'm supporting. If it's Dak, I'm going to show him the support, whoever it may be. I agree. That's our quarterback, Terrell Owens said. My quarterback, and that is my quarterback. But I'm expecting something. We always expected something, guys. We had everything in place, I thought. And and we failed on all aspects of the game. We failed in the defense, the offense, special teams, everything. And for Jerry to say we're running it back, that brings some concerns. Now, your coach, Mike McCarthy, says we have established a championship team. Wait a minute. That's what your coach said. I got him right here on written down. That's what he said. He said, and you know what else he said? I know how to win. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we are. Dak has total control of the Dallas organization. He's probably in Cabo right now, with a slingshot T-shirt on, cigarette in his mouth, and a Coors Light in his hand, and some shorts, some jam shorts, and some boots on. And he said, I'll talk to y'all when I get back. That's just how much power Dak has. Nobody moves unless Dak moves. That's where we are. Do you think any of the free agents want to go because of that? Oh, man. That's a whole different. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna ask y'all that. Do y'all think? Because this is the situation everybody's talking about, that nobody came to Dak's aid. Sometimes when it's family business, sometimes it's just best to stay out of it. I ain't getting into that. You're gonna draw my mama into that. No, my daddy, no, we're not getting into that. So I don't know, Felicia. I don't know how, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are upset. Lord Nova says what? Okay, Philly got all what they got for Wentz. We can't get more. Not you. The entire NFC South, the Seahawks, Bears, Vikings, Commanders, Giants, and more will take Dak. Now he's a great quarterback, but put even more around him and the team. Lord knows, that's what I thought we had this year. I thought that's what we had. This year. We put the talent around them. We saw these guys, do what they did in the regular season. And for you to just fall off like that, it's unbelievable. So let's keep moving, guys. So yeah, we can talk about Dak all day, but so let's go on to here. So there are 4 pending free. Okay, there we go. 4 pending free agents out there. So I want to ask you guys, and this is something that was reported by Fansided, and they're saying that these guys are a must re-sign this offseason. You guys tell me. And I'm just going to read them off, and you tell me if they re-sign. Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is arguably the Cowboys' biggest free agent this offseason. The 33-year-old offensive tackle has been one of the best blockers since entering the league in 2011. And the 2023 campaign was no different. So Tyron Smith is one. Number 2, Stephon Gilmore. The Cowboys had one of the best secondaries during the 2023 campaign, and Stephon Gilmore played a big role in that success. So they're saying Stephon Gilmore should be re-signed. Number 3, Dorrance Armstrong, defensive end. Dorrance Armstrong seemed to be one of those players who just gets better with each passing year. So at number 3, they're saying that Dorrance Armstrong should be re-signed. And number 4, Tyler Biadasz. Few Cowboys worked harder than Tyler Biadasz during the 2023 campaign. The former 2022 Pro Bowl center, 1,028 offensive snap, trailed only Terrence Steele, 1,177, and Dak Prescott, 1,115 on the team, proving just how much of a workhorse he was. So these are your 4 that they're saying that is a must re-sign. So out of the 4, I think I would definitely have to re-sign Tyler Biadasz. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I think I would probably start with Tyler Biadasz. Tyler Biadasz, I mean, it was, some big shoes for him to fill when Travis Frederick went down. And he came along. He held his own. He wasn't a Travis Frederick, but he held his own. I thought he could have did more, but out of the 4, I think if I had to sign anyone, I think he would be the one I would start off with is our center, Tyler Biadasz. Lord Nova said, let's see what Lord Nova said. Come on, where we at? Resign Tyron Smith, 1-year deal with incentives and draft his replacement. My guy. I say the same thing. You keep Tyron Smith. You can keep him because the thing about it, you resign him. You got to remember he was on a Hall of Fame practice squad. And what that meant was he didn't practice during the week. He did a little conditioning and step out and blocking drills and things like that, and he just showed up to the game. So to resign him to another 2 or 3 year contract, I just don't see it. And I think that's what we do. I think we hold on to players too long. But I think this is probably an opportunity that where you, just like Lord Nova said, re-sign Tyron Smith, maybe a 1-year deal, and allow him to be the backup. He don't have to be the starter. Go get you a dog in the first round as an offensive tackle. Bring him in just like we brought in Tyler Smith. Let him play like this Tyler Smith and let those youngsters do their business. Now, out of the 4, my second one would have to be, and I'm looking at Dorrance Armstrong. Dorrance Armstrong is good, but man, we got so many defensive ends right now. Yeah, I would have to say out of the next one would probably be Tyron Smith. Yeah, Tyron Smith. And I would do exactly like Lord Nova said. I would actually re-sign him to a 1-year deal, but I'm definitely going out and signing me a first round tackle. Give it up. Offensive tackle, not defensive, offensive tackle. Give it up. The time is now, man. I mean, I know we went out and got Mozzie last year, and I just really don't think Mozzie actually performed as I would like to see him perform as a first round draft pick. And I'm going to say this here too, guys. When it comes to a first round draft pick, I expect them to come in and play. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but if I'm going to, and if he's up, especially up in the top 15, yeah, I'm in the top 20. Yeah, I expect him to come out and I expect him to play. I need you on the field. And I keep saying this, and I've said it before. There's a reason why certain players are first round draft picks. And number 1, it starts with their IQ of the game. Number 2, it's their playing ability. And the number 3, I guess, would say the mentality of the game. That athleticism. Beatus underwhelms me. We might be able to upgrade. Maybe TJ Bass can move. Well, now Teflon. But what about? And that might. I didn't know if Bass played center or not. But you could draft a center and move Bass to the guard. Ooh, what about this? What if, I like what you're saying, Teflon, but what if we sign Tyler Biadasz and we move TJ Bass to guard and slide Tyler Smith to the outside? And then you still got a draft pick too. Oh my gosh, you still got a draft. You might get a first round draft pick and a running back. Give it up. Just saying. Yeah. Shout out to Chris. What's up, Chris? Yes, what's up? Okay. But yeah, man. Here's the deal too. You could do that. You could do that. You really could. Or we can go that route. But this is something that we really have to think about, man, because Tyron Smith is one that he's 33 years old. He's 33. And it's time, guys. We got to quit doing this. It's time to go draft the first round draft pick. But again, like I said, Mozzie he underperformed for me, and maybe this year will be a lot better for him. But yeah, so yeah, that's where we are. Out of the 4, these are 4 that they're saying that is a possibility. No, not a possibility, that needs to be re-signed. I don't know about all that. But we do know that Trayvon Diggs will be back, so I don't think Stephon Gilmore will be back. Trayvon Diggs will be back. And look here, this is my brother, 49er fan. I don't know. Watch this. Call me. I don't want to hear nothing about the 49ers anymore. That's all the reason he calling me, because, hey, what are you doing? See you going live. You want me to come on? No, I don't want you to come on. I just told everybody that you called me in the first quarter and that you gave up on your team. So yeah, you're going viral, buddy. So anyway, with that being said, guys, so out of those 4, yeah, I'll have to go with Tyler Biadasz and then Tyron Smith. Yeah, Pete, that's my brother. He's such a hater. But anyway, so also, guys, Dan Quinn situation. The Dan Quinn situation looks like, man, it's narrowing down for him. So looks like Seattle Seahawks is going to sign Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator from Baltimore Ravens. So doesn't look like Dan Quinn would be, heading to Seattle. But now the other team that's out there is the Washington Commanders. Wait a minute. Stop it. I mean, do they even have enough? Do they have the money to match what we've already paid them? just a question. But it seems that Commanders are still looking for a head coach for their team. So I think he's going to probably interview with them as well. But according to David Moore, Dan Quinn would be happy to return to Dallas, but if either Seattle or Washington offer him the opportunity again to be a head coach, he's expected to leave. Several people with knowledge of Quinn's thinking said. So, yeah, it's possible. So it looks like, guys, we might have Dan Quinn coming back. But my question to you guys about Dan Quinn, which we saw him coach some pretty good games, but certain type of offense, it seems as if he struggles with. And I'm talking about the 49ers. I'm talking about who is this? 49ers, Green Bay, and yeah, the Cardinals. And some other teams out there, but it's just something about the Green Bay, the 49ers, and the Rams, which we beat the Rams because they was injured. But Dan Quinn has a hard time, man, with the misdirection in that type of offense. So My question to you guys, do you think the game has passed Dan Quinn up? And why wasn't he able to make an adjustment? Number one, why would he even try to play a zone when we've been playing man all year? So just some questions that needs to be answered. I'm just concerned about, we see these younger coaches coming in and, being more creative with their offense, being more creative with their defense. So it just makes me wonder, like Mike McCarthy. I mean, Mike McCarthy, you've been in the game for a while, and I know how to win. We have a championship game. Okay, well, we need you to win, Mike McCarthy. And then we look over at the 49ers, and Kyle Shanahan takes the guy that was the last pick in the draft and gets him to the Super Bowl. So my question is, who's the better quarterback? What? I threw that out there. Is it the coaches? Is it the coaching? Maybe it's the coaching. Maybe it's the coaching that Kyle Shanahan is probably you probably have a better coach in Kyle Shanahan. Just wondering. Anyway, you guys tell me. But let's go on to I got another topic here real quick. So man, let's do I don't know if you guys noticed, but Jalen Tolbert showed some progress this year. Jalen Tolbert got more time on the field. Is it because of, Mike McCarthy, or he studied his, or if Jalen Tolbert actually just studied his playbook, or maybe just he finally caught on, and maybe that probably helped him. But here's the question, guys. Now that Jalen Tolbert has showed progress, what do we do with Michael Gallup? Now you got to remember, Michael Gallup is under a contract. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we pulled this one off, but yeah, Michael Gallup is under a contract. He's under a $67 million contract, 5 years. See, it's things like this we have to sit and ask ourselves and say, what? Yeah, we signed him once he bounced back from his ACL tear. And, and I keep saying this, it's just we need a proven general manager. We need a proven general manager. And we know who that general manager is, and we know it's Jerry Jones. And if we go back over the history again, we know that Jerry waited too late to pay Zeke, to where he ended up paying Zeke $90 million. Then he got too expensive. We couldn't keep him. Then to turn around, it became Dak's turn. We waited too late to pay Dak. Dak got $160 million because we waited too late to pay him. To where now, here we are. We're trying to figure out if we're going to extend him, or we're going to let him play, or we're going to try to trade him. And then we got Michael Gallup, a guy that was upcoming, but had a downfall when he had his injury. But at the same time, our general manager paid him a 5-year contract for $67 million. When you have a young receiver, Jalen Tolbert, up and coming. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Michael Gallup. I really do. I like Michael Gallup. I really do. I still think he's that 50-50 guy. He's the guy you can, send him downfield and he'll go get the ball. But when it comes to this money, this is where we're falling short. This is exactly where we're falling short. So this is why I'm thinking what's going to happen is they're going to probably extend Dak. But at the same time, we just hope that Dak can bring something to the table. I mean, we're there. I mean, I just knew that this was the season that we were going to be in Vegas. Wasn't the case, guys. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you up any longer, man. I just want to see if what you guys thought, what was on your mind, and see where we go from here. But I want to say thank y'all, man, for stopping through tonight, man, and being a part of the channel tonight. You know, I want to let you guys know we on Saturday I will be reporting several players from the Senior Bowl. We do have the Senior Bowl coming up. I think it's next week. So we definitely, I want to look at some offensive tackles. I want to look at some linebackers, and I want to look at some running backs. So I'm gonna probably bring y'all those on Saturday. Pete says, "Yep, contract negotiation trades. We are just horrible. This is the one common denominator in the last 30 years is the front office." Totally agree. Give it up for Pete. Yeah. So here we are. All we have now, guys, is to see what's going on with this Senior Bowl, kind of get an idea who's out there. And we have to consider where we pick from. I mean, we might see somebody might go in the top 5. So, you know, I probably won't bring the top 5 who might go in the top 5, but I might bring up running backs, linebackers, and offensive tackles that might fall to us and who I think would probably be the best fit. I even probably have 3 of each, and I'll have a wild card in there, and and I'll have the links down in below on Saturday so you can pull each one of the players up for yourself, and you know you can decide. But I have seen one running back. Oh my gosh. If he falls us in first round, we better go get him. And I'm not talking about some little 5'9", 190-pound running back. No. So I'm going to let y'all think about that. But anyway, guys, again, thank y'all, man, for coming through, man, hanging out with your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton. And I appreciate everything you guys have done and how you have supported the channel. Again, do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button, and make sure you hit the notification button so you will be notified when the next video is posted. So with that being said, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. Make it happen. Dallas Cowboy. Deuces.